And also we have participants from entrepreneurs level, beside corporates, country presidents, ministers under UN project. Zaidi, can I request a few participants willing to on the audio for a while, few minutes?
Sure.
Can we on your audio, please? Each of you, whoever comfortable to on audio. It'll be noisy for a while, then you can go back from your audio here. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Good
morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning. Hi.
Hello.
Morning.
Hold with the audio, yeah. Zaidi, tolong skip next slide.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'd like to ask some interaction questions. We will have a question answer when we completed about 1 hour time. Now, all of you expert experience, have several knowledge on talent management, upskillings, even providing reskilling, as well as professional competency for staff, for us as a personal in a corporate and entrepreneurship arena. This answer is going here from you. You can answer it, any one of you. Make it more interaction. Just a few minutes. Now I will go into full flow of our sharing section called habits and new goals. Yeah. Can we ask a very basic questions? Do we care about the health of staff?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, we are Malaysian, especially Asian Malaysian, as other countries, we really care. We have a lot of government level insurance and also private insurance, and also the working environment, within OSH, occupational and health level as well. So many other things. Okay. Do you think health impact productivity or new targets achievement process?
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you very much. Next, a few point-based questions, very sharp one. Do multinational companies like 500 Fortune companies, or MNC and GLCs, especially in the Western countries, some of the Malaysian companies as well, in Asia as well, do they have opportunity for staff all level, from staff management to consultants, chief levels, beyond working environment? Can I have some example? Workspace, like do job right with a computer, without computers, it could be physical locations or virtual. There are slight difference, of course, in this timing with the pandemic. Most of us working virtually using technology, whichever we can accomplish our task. Yeah. So, do you think like the huge big companies, they produce sort of number 1, number 2, top 10, top 3 results in the world? Yeah, we do have in Malaysia as well. Many are overseas. Do you think they have a venue or physical location or concept or opportunity beyond workspace and work activity? Can I get your name, please? Yes, with the name. Or no, if you have other ideas. Hi. Hello. Hello. Ada ya? Ada ke tak ada? Yes, no.
Yes, like Google.
Name, please.
Chitra.
Google. Can you give me an example? Then we can flow through already. Example, Chitra, the activities or the workplace.
Very flexible, and then they have a recreation space as well while working.
Okay, right. All right. So we are in same tone, all of us, because this few question answer to synergize that what I'm going to share, it is science, corporate, competency requirement, even though some knowledge are from the non-corporate kind of, briefing and process and methodology. Thank you very much to everybody. You can on the mic if you wanted to ask question or chat. Admin and probably Mr. Zaidi and me can answer it in the closing sections. Yes, the methods of handling staff and management, and even including the chief level. Hold on, now I start my time. But totally difference. Certain difference are there. Like some company have affordability to provide, like what Chitra said, irrigation place. Some they have exercise, a studio, a yoga studio. They have resting, sleeping place nowadays. Okay, and these are the best performance companies. So there are, methods called intrinsic knowledge, which is about all the corporate information we have learned, and we will learn continuously. Is done as a prime things, yeah. Like if you want to learn computer skills, cold calling skills for sales or support, communication skills and creativity, critical thinking. There are a lot of competency trainings and the skills is spawned. There is another part called intrinsic process and essence. This part we are looking into now in Malaysia, especially. This is called virtual, which you can't see. It's happening internally in every individual, which it has a greater impact in especially to execute and achieve new goals, because it's connected to health, hormone regulations, the activity, organs, which affect brain, which affect thinking pattern, and it comes to habits. In Malay we call it tabiat. That's how I come to design, come forward to design the program called the 7 Circadian Rhythm. We are going through one part of it, and some of the example I will show quite express. Okay, how we do the programs. We will do pre-workshop set, training analysis, KPI and assessments, and then we will design the customized coaching. Whatever I'm going to present now, not necessarily all methodology or the steps and process required for every department or each batches of the full programs, yeah. And monitoring process after training and supports, guidance, online and physical calls, yeah. And post-workshop performance journal, which is auditing reports. Yeah, that's how we do. Yet now I'm going to explore in an express manner. There are various, whatever I'm going to present is a part of it in the world. There are other organizations or experts who become psychologists from medical industries, or even from other industries like coaching, training, from university and so on. They have added several different components beyond the normal workshops on business process and about the corporate or about the specific task based on the job functionality or the title of jobs which each individual carry. Or sometimes we even do training based on departments, yeah, like OSH for safety, engineering department for technical matters and so on, for policies, like ISO department on auditing process and so on. Yeah, thank you very much, Zaidi. Let's skip to next screen, next slide. Let's do one exercise which will give us the different impact while we are going through this process. Yeah, see, like Dr. Rahul, Dr. Joe, they are famous seniors, medical doctors, professors, research on biological process or human body, more than 10,000 people around the world, and many other experts are saying now, one time breathing deep in, one time, it can moderate and regulate about 150 to 300 hormones, which impact directly to the brain and performance of the corporate. So let's do 1 minute of exercise, and then we go through our sections as a practical experience. Can we get on your audio in order to give a big sound, be on your own, sound and speed? Noisy echo, then your particular mic or tidy mic. Let's sit straight. Let's sit straight. Body. Expect your final thought. Put your hand on the left, if possible, on the table on the left is better. Okay, and your observation should be straight, about 180 degrees straight. Yeah, whatever height you're sitting, you see straight. No objects there. All right. Take a deep breathing. Slowly, yeah. Okay. 5, 6 times. Comfortability. Take a deep breathing and exhale slowly. Number of times, 5 or 6 times, yeah. Okay. This, you can off your mic if you want to. It's not noisy, you can leave it on. Yeah. This is the prime things we should include retraining and training sections, because it gives miracle impacts, whether they are slow learners or fast learners or hyper communication individuals, beyond the teams synchronization and so on. Whatever it is, these technique itself will give a big impact in in KPI, in the performance and competency improvements, because it impact neuron pathway. Okay, new focus will be created. It can be repeated work. Let me share. For most of us, if we do follow-up tasks, similar position, same department, handling same customer, all right, similar same product and company's operations, so on. Yet, for a brain, it required a new focus. Then it becomes better productivity. Otherwise, what will happen? As per our topic, habits, right? Habits and new goals. A human mind and universal, existence, very unique. And now it's become science. Okay, those days maybe ancient people, mainly from Eastern countries, they have presented this, and they have training sections, coaching, mentor, and so on, mainly for purpose of could be health, for other energetic living life purpose. Now it becomes science, corporate world, right? And we will touching deep into habits and new goals. Okay, concentration, clarity, intention, and determination to complete the particular stuff. That's most important. Sometimes people will jump from one work to another work. Especially you can monitor and witness if you give new task. They will most likely going to repeat or into the rhythm of the older tiny activities or tasks. This is called habits managing your conscious thinking pattern and the follow-up activity. All right, this is very important, and become extensively trained by most corporate in the world now. We have to look into it in a very detailed manner, especially in Malaysia, yeah, and globally. Thank you very much, Zaidi. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah, see, breathings moderate the conscious. I will share it. What does that mean, conscious, from my experience point of view, and you can have your own slide, different schools, thoughts, and so on. Mind, thoughts, thinking, brain, emotion. See, conscious is the thinking process radiate and happen when you breathing in process. So when you breathe in and stop few seconds, I don't encourage everyone to do that. If you're really healthy and relax without other previous side effect, okay, you can take a deep breathing. It could be 3 or 5 seconds. Relax for a while. When you relax the time without exhale your breathings, your conscious will sit on the initial thinking pattern. All right. Mind is a medium where the thinking pattern travel. The opportunity or the possibility existed, especially to create new goals, vision, and missions. Can be targets, sales, engineering, innovation. Even to reduce complaint customer, and whichever the range of our new KPI, the thinking patterns of those newly designed vision, mission will be traveled through the medium called mind. Mind, I can say, like in our physical, knowledge purpose, I can say it is like darkness. And furthermore, physical, I can say it is like a wire with electricity. A particular wire is mind. Thinking thoughts is the electrical energy itself. Yeah. Okay. Thoughts combine multiple thinking, and you continuously remain on the same idea. You write down and you activate the actions that become thoughts. Thinking is every seconds radiating waves thinking, whether it is based on man-made, human-made language, or it can be generally, we will connect now to emotions, just emotion experience. All right. And all this process happening in the brain, the organ very unique in our head. All right. So thank you very much, Zaidi. Let's skip to Zaidi. The recording, yeah, Zaidi.
Yeah, ada.
What is that habits actually? If someone wants to share a quick one or two you want to share, you can on. Otherwise, you can relax off your mic. Otherwise, I will move on. I will mostly every question I will relax for 2-3 minutes. If someone want to share about it, habits from your point of view, not necessarily from dictionary and so on. Just within a few words.
Things that you regularly do.
Each of you, when you share it, it's good, very energetic. Tell your name and your sharing within few words. Then you can off back mic. Any one of you experts? Corporates, members? We move on, yeah? See, habits is a natural cosmic library. It's universe memory, all right? Cosmic library means the calendar which already completed yesterday, a minute ago, last week, last month, last year, last century. It's a library. That means we as existent in a human form in a corporate world, we can't change that. Universe memory means based on the composition of entire outer impact and your internal experience, your training, the policy implementation, the enforcement of the policy and process in a corporate world, for example, it most likely going to create the memory-based activity and results, yet it is changeable. For example, you can plan to do 10 calls tomorrow. It is universe memory. You done 70 calls yesterday, it's cosmic library. Okay? And even you can change by tomorrow morning and afternoon to create additional 10 calls or 5 calls, become 15, yeah. Our friend shared just now is redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behaviors. That means we have a conscious, good, improving base intentions. Usually we will have a good, attitude, great aptitude, the knowledge and skills. Yet there is a process called unconscious, subconscious mind. All right, meaning we human radiate about 16 to 18 different hertz frequency based thinking pattern per second. total of about 380 over per second, you know. And we as a human, generally, as usually, you know, including all of us, yeah, we can track 5 plus how many? 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 means based on 5 basic sense, because you're seeing, hearing, you can, you know, taste, you know, smell and sense using skin, yeah, 5 basic sense, all right? And then 6 sense, while we are listening here, focusing, yet there is a thinking pattern can raise, you know, after this what to do, you know, what, you know, will be the next responsible task in office or work and so on. Yeah, that is about, you know, 5 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the most. The balance will be radiated without our conscious. We're not managing it. That's called habit. Now, how and when habits started to create and why habits existed? The fact is habit creating the changes, the different roadmap, you know, including activities which we plan can be different activity we perform, all right, in order to accomplish the habits, the existing thinking pattern in your subconscious mind. It's a record, it's a library, it's a cosmic library, all right. So it is also emotion, you know, through emotion we can record frequency pattern, and that emotions can impact habits and can impact entire all activities physically we are doing and performing, especially to increase performance, to achieve new achievements in research and everything. Yeah, taking care of children, all area. Yeah, there's known and unknown habits. Yeah, there are skills to learn to track cosmic library personally, or you can using biometric device to scan the aura and so on. Yeah, it produce at least 100 to 300 over pages of scientific document of your brainwave and the emotion, focus, concentration. You can do higher level in probably like, you know, brain scanning, and there are so many, you know, biometric devices and even advanced medical brain scanning opportunity. Those are different phase. There's options, and even you can feel and experience certain scanning unknown habits to be known habits. Yeah, whether unknown or known habits, you can do changes. That's the beauty part of it. Yeah, because conscious mind can create new vision missions, new activities to be performed, new idea. We decide and we create. Yet we need to change the seat of subconscious mind, which is our previous process over there. Whichever not matching the conscious mind or new target, you need to change it. Whichever good required to be repeated continuously, you do need to change it. How? One of the simplest method would be writing very detailed process such as vision, missions, all right, the scope, tasks, activities, and most important, there are intrinsic process to be done. Yeah, with so many audited process, I've experienced, and you yourself have experienced. You know, you could be seen with all your hard and smart work when you contribute to the staff, including training, technical and SOP policies. You know, the skills in corporate work. Some of them, you know, like they will perform lower than expectations. Can I say hi and say tell your name if this is like most times happening more than 50%? Can we say that? Can we say that, like, you know, after our training, sincerely, you know, contribute all the coaching and so on, we set for the new goals, activity done, and the particular staff also, a good staff, and doing the activity of the new targeted goals, yet the new goals like hard to achieve. Can I say hi or your name if similar experience? Hi. Hi, is that Ellen? I can see both characters. Are you in? Oh, Zaidi, yourself, you got experience this similarly? Ada ke tadi? Okay, let's move on. Kindly click the next slide, please. See, new goals relate to the habit. When you have new goals, physically and virtually in a thinking pattern, and all other required process need to be new. The new activities and action plan, your process, your task, and so on, can be increased step by step or do the entire new process. Yet, this new process will be overtaken by existing old habits because new process normally will be uncomfortable for individual. Majority of individual human will have uncomfortable to do new task. Okay, it can be at home or at company, at corporate, right? Even if you like to choose a food, you will prefer. I mean, we prefer to go to the same known or familiar restaurants or similar type of the foods, within the category of the food. Yeah. So there are personal objective, family requirements, corporate vision, professional KPI, community phase, in a national level, for example. Whenever there's a new goals, it takes certain times. Now, our objective here, how to make it express, how to do on time, or can we speed up the new goals, productivity, performance, and the impact or result achieving the new goals much faster than the so-called normal speed with this, the science called habits, and especially the old thinking pattern in a process of habit existing cosmic library took over. Now I share it how it took over. Next slide, please. Yeah. See, before I share how these habits exist and okay, and how to edit the habits, who created it? Okay, see, when we come into being in this physical space, 3 dimensions, all activities including sound, light, chemical reaction through smell, emotions or sight and everything, whether we are seeing or learning or we are engaging in that particular energy movement or not, upon birth, when we grow, the surrounding environment based frequency or thinking pattern or existing habits, especially each time wherever you are located, that particular frequency will be downloaded or embedded into individual human brain, and it can become a memory. It will become a conscious sometimes. All right, if it is emotional, it won't be unconscious. If it is happening without your involvement on that particular discussion example, it won't be conscious. It will be available in a subconscious mind because we are all connected with one source of existence called atom connected energy, atom vibrating, yeah, energy, right? So that's how we get the first primary habits from kids. We go to school, go to college, and all this area. All right. If someone have challenges on undertaking new project, new activity, it can be they can be skillful on the activity. That is another level of operation going on in let's say subconscious mind. If they have get stopped when they are kids or college time or teenage, or when they work in a different timing in different locations, that they will not perform the new task at the first attempt, for example. Now this activity and the result will be permitted, will be like expressed by the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. It will moderate the entire human body activity so that the individual will feel that they're doing the action plan, activity, and task based on the new required goals, objective and goals or vision missions. Can be a day new goals or 6 month or 1 year projection goals and so on. yet they will be doing the old task and activity, which will produce old results, right? This will be slightly different between the job scope, example, engineering and innovation, for example, and this will be different between sales or administration or finance or security or safety or they will be mild different, yet the so-called, as per example just now, if someone have knowingly, unknowingly, whether they experience consciously or not, whenever they got a first project, they kind of like, going to delay wrongly, completing the process. They will take extra time and being allocated. Whereas when we audit an interview or, draw reports, that particular person will be really capable of handling on time and completing the task to produce the new goals. Yeah. Then what's happening now? Who moderating? How we can recontrol the so-called the habits-based thinking pattern, which overtaking our conscious activity, even though we are doing correctly with producing the previous old experience based. If it is good, then great. If it is lower than what we are targeted, then it will be challenging in the corporate world. Yeah, very highly costly and so on. And it is cost in productions, revenue. It is cost handling customer if the customer support base, warranties, guarantee of the product, services, and so on. Yeah. Right. Zaidi, skip please. Those are the overall overview of the habits existing as a cosmic library and will be activated as a universe memory. Okay, now how it's connect to our competency? The current latest study in the world showing, human required multiple competency, multiple skills. If you talk about, 15 years ago, do medical doctor required computer knowledge or, app web, using capacities and capabilities? We can say not necessary. Now, almost all industry, especially on pandemic, including students from school, college, and corporate world, whichever the work we are not required physically in the office or in the physical venues, we almost done using our technology communication, video conferencing call, many apps names are there in the market. Now, that's about additional skills. Now, these are from research. Nowadays, individual required critical thinking, creativity, people management, teamwork, emotional intelligence, judgment, and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, confidence, flexibilities, and conscious leadership. Leadership, my sharing point of view is based on the whoever they are, they can be, worker, staff, laborer, or clerical level, or management, admin, or leaders, or GM level, or chief levels. Yeah, they should have nowadays their own level of conscious leadership. Now, we can contribute through simple, easy, and proven result-oriented for all level. Yeah, in a corporate world. Yeah. Next slide. See, new goals is gone through. We will focus back into our corporate. Yeah, usually it will be like 7 to 12 or 15. Physical health, it is important for corporate as well. Intellectual, we have to keep learn new things from new people. Sometimes we have to repeat and review. Emotional management, yeah, characters, ethical, yeah. Spiritual is quite personal. Relationships, how we handle teams, especially from, different cultural space. From if somebody, or a team of people coming to work from other countries to our. Especially in Malaysia, for example, or we travel to their place. Of course, romantic parentals, career and business. Yeah, if you are doing own business, entrepreneurship, owner, directors, boss, shareholders. Yeah, and if you're CEO, to create results, quality of life, life visions, personal vision, yeah, and social in general, yeah. So this idea we will now explore towards the corporate base. Next slide, Zaidi, please. The vibration secrets. See, all the experience knowledge we learn, it is always be available in the form of Cosmic Library for each individual, the knowledge. And if I can ask another unique question, do humans forget? Say hi with your name, yes or no. Do humans forget? Do staff forget? Do leaders forget? Just any one or two, please.
Yes,
Human
all the time.
All the time. Okay.
No.
No. Who said no? Leonie, please.
Irene said no.
Chong, is that correct? I see.
Yes, sir. It's me.
Sometimes it's not always, Paramjit. It's not always. Sometimes.
Paramjit said not always. Sometimes, yeah. Okay. Yep. Let's check. Review the science. Okay, we work with global experts. All right. The live performing brain operation doctors, the medical expert for years and decades. They contributing towards psychological modules and informations and facts to corporate trainers around the world. The science said human cannot forget. Then you will ask me the question, in that case, children should score 100% marks or 99 or 90, and stuff. You remember everything, in our corporate environment. Now, humans do not forget. That's how universe and brain existence scientifically available for us. It's a great gift of the creator. Don't forget. Yet, individuals have different capacity and capability in recalling ability. Recalling ability required to be sharpened. It's a train the brain process. It's the intention for us to get trained of our cognitive skill. And this cognitive skill training require an attention towards to the whole cycle of health, emotion, intelligence, action which is happening externally, experiencing, reactions which we attempt without the so-called alpha, theta, the relaxed mood of thinking process, yeah. Respond, which we do it which much harmony manner at every time, yeah. And results can be day result, 1 hour results, if our office requests us to do proposal within 1 hour. Okay, can be weeks or months and years based results. These are the whole cycle impact the so-called all the cognitive skills, including just now we talk about one example, memory. Human don't forget. We individually have different capacity and capability at different timing on different subject matter. Differences in recalling ability. Yeah, this how differences in all other cognitive skill which connect to the competency of corporate world. Yeah. Now these again connect to the vibration secrets. Everything is vibratory form. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I would like to give additional sharings in a scientific point of view. Quantum science. Yeah, quantum science. Yeah. Can I say hi with your name, with a whatever your choice of answer. It's the sharing section, yeah, from your side and my side. Do we have a space in between us? For example, I'm sitting now in front of the notebook. or you're sitting now with your, you know, your handphone or with the tables, you know, you're moving your hands, you know, I can move my, you know, mouse, for example. Do we have a space in between us, you know, when we stand apart while in discussion physically?
Yes, 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 we have.
Tell your name, please, each of you. Name and the sharing answer.
I'm Zuping here, and my answer is yes.
Thank you, Zufin.
I'm Paramjit here, and my answer is yes too.
Ranjit, thank you.
I'm Chitra here. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a volunteer sharing, yeah, from your side. Yeah, we respect your methods and style of, you know, acquiring sharings and coaching from our A Solution. Thank you very much, A Solutions. Yeah, a great administration from Zaidi and the team. Okay, scientifically, we do not have space in between us in the universe existent in a form of darkness, with energies continuously transforming in known science is in atom form, and just in research process they call particle, right? That means we do not have space. I will show you even some scientific diagram in a moment now in the next slides. Yeah, light, we only can see few colors. Other insects can see other colors. Sound, we human can hear what, from 20 hertz radio frequency to 20,000. Some insect can hear lesser than 20 hertz. Dolphin can hear more than, you know, 20,000 hertz, and we will get sound called like noisy sound, like something like that, right? So that means we do not have space in between us. We, our conscious, not able to translate and to accept as a physical object. That's only the requirements we have now. All right. So how to moderate using vibrations can be done, you know, at home or at the office on your own choice of music, you know. I can say the most important, the vibration level called 432 is, in other words, it is a harmony based hertz. It can be any different music instruments or background sound. Yeah, it will give back tremendously, especially if you are into, you know, niche research. Okay, and this cannot be repeated too long in any environment as well. You need to have a differences in a background sound or totally off your this particular vibrations. We can recommend like 2-3 times in any environment, home or, you know, office, like 5 to 6 minutes per time. This gives the reprogramming of your habit, which will slow down the unwanted habit-based thinking process from subconscious mind, which always usually will be moderate and control, kind of like, you know, request conscious mind to do different work than your target, beyond your target, you know, it will sidetrack in a physical activity and so on, and gives different result or all results. Okay. Now, example sound. Can we have a next slide, please? Example sound. Yeah. You see, when you are working on 432 sound, background sound within, you know, your in a physical place, 3-4 times per day, you know, 2-3 minutes per time. Yeah. You're working the mind, MOS, mind's operating systems. You know, for the starting time, I've shared it. We human utter or radiate 16 to 18 different thinking frequency pattern in different frequency, and 385 80 over different human-made language equal words. I can say not all language we, you know, understand, right? So we won't able to grasp and translate all produce what thinking pattern. Why? Because that's how the wave is happening in universe. Yeah. So the simplest idea I will give you will be, you know, the bell sound. If you have any bell sound, it produce 432. Most of the bell sound. Yeah. Others, you know, natural sounds and so on, or mild instrument. Okay, from any cultures can produce. Next slide, please. That's one type of handling it. These are like all the process which we are sharing today. It is like overall can be shared within 1 hour. And when we provide the, for example, full 2-day program towards to specific or general improvement in competency performance for staff for any specific level or any specific department, then we'll do the pre-assessment, through online, and probably it was like 2 or 3 which we require for the particular team, or multiple additional process, 5 or 6 for the particular combined team or combined individuals from different departments, or combined nature of the individuals. So there is one more sections where the international companies, 500 fortunes, sometimes they outperform other corporates, and continuously they can sustain in a greater in research, good products, supports are so nice and superb, until they get 99.9% in digital world, like online customer certifications, remarks, as well as physically they get repeat customers, repeat sales, and so on. It will be circadian rhythms. Universe have clock. For example, there's a timings in the different locations by geographic locations. The plant produce oxygen and generate the chlorophyll. About 7 plus, to put our idea purpose. And nighttime, most plants, and 9% plant, produce carbon dioxide. Can I say hi with your name, please? It's different. It's a clock, right? And so many other clocks happening in the universe. Can I say hi with the name? About the universe, hi. Natural clock, I'm going to our body clock. Name, please.
Hi, Paramjit.
We go one more person, new person, say hi. Your name, please. Gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Daniel.
Daniel, thank you very much. See, similarly, we human have body clock. Now, this body clock monitoring and taking care in schools and corporate world sometimes will be really challenging. You know why? Because we got working hours, we got requirements, and the body clock, most time, 50% we can say, it works on its own, based on so many changes in emotions, food, and hormone regulations, organs, cell, and so on. Now, I can give you one important idea. If you come to aware, army will get retired faster, and they will get good grant cash for them to do master's, PhD, or to do business, or to retire. Pilot, for example, there are a lot of area where they get advanced early younger age options, because these body clock, circadian rhythms. Now I can give you one example where kidney function, 3 different types. If you don't sleep 11 p.m., then the second process called, packing of the toxin won't happen. All right. The first process, daytime, will be like filtering toxin. So sleeping 11 is recommended, 10:30, 11, unless sometimes some project or some responsible base, we have to do it and rest at different months and different years. Regenerate your health. And then let's say, usually if individuals do not wake up by 4 to 5, then the transporting of toxin through motion urine will be minimized. It will impact blood directly brain within 15 or 1 to 2 hours time before 7 o'clock, and it will recontrol back whole habits, the entire activities, the body, organs, hand. Even it will reprogram back program, re-engineering on the thinking patterns of your new goals, new idea, and the previous one. So for this, we have to really care. We cannot implement, directly to different working environment. Yet we can undertake certain external stuff. For example, exercise, mild without having sweat. If you get sweat, you're not like giving the cognitive skill brain training. Yeah, if you get sweat, you get the entire health benefit. Yes, it impact in a good manner about brain. It won't sharpen the cognitive skills. Yeah, not so between the exercise of sweat and not sweat. Yeah. So behavior and physiology, pineal glands, the third eye spot, these are the impacts. Yeah, strong rhythm patterns based. I have shared it about kidneys, universal clock, about chlorophyll of plants. Now, another tips I can provide. Yeah, if you have experienced, we call the doing the squatting. Yeah, sit down completely without chair, using 2 feet. If you're able to sit, yeah, and then you can stand 5-10 times. Universal EL, world's best and biggest neuron research-based university, have done a good study. They're implementing it, and in that university, for your information here, they compulsory all medical expert, consultant, researchers to perform this before start their work in the universities, anyway lecturing, and after work. Recommended only 2 times the most. You know why? Because you're going to squat down, and you stand up straight 10 to 30 times. Yeah, it is involved in kneecap and whole process, and great health process and brain performance, which will have opportunity to renew the so-called old habits and get greater, faster, new goals related achievements or the impact or the results. Yeah, it's important. I mean, one of the tips. If you have other ideas which worked, scientific, have studies, you can use it. I'm talking about all 1 minute to 5 minutes, 1 minute to 3 minutes this process. Because in office, at home, we need like fast yet proven result oriented. And next slide, please. It's called intrinsic muscle. It's a support organs from spinal cord to the pituitary gland and pineal gland. Yeah. Now we got to be really healthy on pass motions. Okay, poop, urine, shouldn't smell. Color, if the color change, you must drink plain water for next few days, or barley drinks, to clean, water purification in the human body, or ash gut, fruits, for example. Yeah. Manage sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves, which moderate the 11 over endocrine glands in your body, which impact. I'm sharing this. Many multinational companies and corporate, including 500 Fortune companies in the world, they have done extensively for decades of designing different kind of training. Now they're already processing this as the SOP or a part of compulsory series of training for overall organizations. They can be 10,000 or 100,000, workforce, from normal level administration or clerical towards to the expert level, so-called designers and engineers. Yeah, and I can give you tips. Why I'm recommending fresh fruits like ashguards or lime. Limau, for example, because it's alkaline the body. In those corporate, if you monitor closely, they even now putting the fresh drink in the machine where they buy drinks. They're putting the other packed drink at far away or smaller size. They put only image, not the real product itself. Why? The habits of drinking so-called acidity base will reduce. Your new intended conscious thinking can create the activity to press and get the so-called natural drinks. Now, up to this level, these are really important method to be focused by us, especially in Asia, specifically in Malaysia. Yeah. Next slide, please. I'd like to get a sharing from all of you. You can please tell your name and your sharing answer. Usually it'll be, you know, one word or two word, a few words. You know, is that happiness is important in producing good result, performance, or especially when you have a new goals, new visions, and to get teams to work on the new targets to get great result, as though it is already repeated so many times. Is that happiness is important? Can I say your
Of
name?
course. Irene. Irene
Sure.
say of course.
Other experts from corporate, please. A few more.
Kimi say yes, it's very important.
Me, yeah? Is it? Yeah. Sharing, please, on the, you know, is the happiness impact? Hi. Yes. Amazingly, yes. And if we were intend to explore deep into science, then the time frame we could require, you know, more slots. Now, just make it like a simple, straightforward. Usually, there are several hormone regulation happen consciously or unconsciously, intentionally with the specific efforts, or naturally for some individuals. Yeah, through environments, communications, relationships, and the interest, love on the job, you know, love your jobs, and, you know, job will love you. Now, one of it is, you know, others will be, you know, dopamine, endorphins, yeah, and several other hormones. These actually, you know, regulate the power of heart, you know, moderate the brain performance, and it will directly impact the productivity, you know, the performance. Yeah. And this again relate towards to habits. How? See, I'm just going to put a complete sentence now. See, you're going to be really alert and, you know, sit straight so that your spinal cord, body structure, you know, becomes straight. That always create additional alertness in registering the 5 basic science-based info which we are hearing through here, right? Yeah. See, when the brain operates such a way, it's like 100% brain available. All brain will active all the time. Yet, if a person wake up 4 o'clock morning, the brain will function 24 hours in the whole day with 100% capacity. If someone wake up 5 o'clock, the brain going to work based on 50% power, capacity, performance. Yeah, is nature. As I said, body clock and universal clock. Very nature for all human in the world. Okay, and then it reduces actually every second after 4 o'clock. Now, let's say you need to wake up late some days. Yeah, okay, or usually we always only can wake up 6, 7. It's already 5-10% performance of brain capacity. Right? It active 100%, the brain active 100%, 24 hours. Yes, the performance capacity based on the time you wake up, you work 24 hours. The next day, you go back to 100%. Now, this again relates to the new pathways for new goals, which is for new habits to nurture itself, like a seed growing on earth. Yeah, you see, it required that. That means when you create new goals, vision, mission, targets in corporate environment, we require this new part of the neurons. Let's say previously 30, 40 years, we are using 30% of brain. And for you to perform one activity, there's one path, you know, like highway from here to Penang or here to Terengganu or different destination, right? Now, for example, if you do photocopy, it has own path. The same process. For you to do with the different new machines in different way, it requires new path. It's not but the activity say photocopy, the machine is different, could be new one, automated, digital, and so on, required, voice, over to activate password and so on. The brain physically required neurons area or highway of, new pathways. Yeah, this is what the process. That means now we are clear that why the different timing, required for different people to activate new targets with a great performance. And we can now express it within our scientific based training. Simple. Some of the participant audience, they won't even know so much details as what we are hearing now in habits and new goals based coaching or sharing. It's a very as a normal training kind of interaction based or will be guided, and the action plan need to be required individually, certain percentage, and in a corporate level, certain percentage. That's it. A very tiny process. Yeah, frequency effect brain. Yeah, the power of clarity. Create intentions. In other words, habits create result through process. Physical activity, whether your thinking activity or your physical scope task which you are performing. It can be driving. Can I say hi with your name? You sometimes individual have experience. They will get caught into traffic. They will get delay, to the office, for example. Some. And next few days they got less work at home, for example. They can get ready early. Sometimes they will get ready early and they will drive at the same yesterday time. Can I say your name and hi? Do you experience or other people doing it? Hi. Can I say hi if you got experience? Delay, caught in traffic. Sometimes you got time, additional time to prepare and drive early, and you'll end up, from home, you're driving, the same yesterday's busy day timing. Hi. Can I say hi with your name? Right. Yes. Each of us may have different experience in different working. Yeah. So how to now change process? For this to happen, we provide 90 days of support, of like monitoring to communication, mild way to keep track of your new task related to the new objective and goals, new visions. Can be day-based, month-based, or yearly-based duration. We can do it within 7 days, within 30 days, 50 days. The entire brain neurons get new pathway maximum within 66 days. Science say that, and certain new researchers said maximum 100 days. Yeah, so we can renew and get new pathway to get new results. Yeah, the habits, and the new goals within 10 days, 12 days maximum we can do it through our program, through one. Yeah. Next, please. The habits, as I share it, start from preconceived, birth, aura, intellectual body, and whether you are in a joyful or cheerful, blissful state or relaxed manner, activating your responsibility. Next, please. I can share another category of thinking, generally known to us in corporate world called, conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind. Conscious mind, we can say this beta. Subconscious mind, two category called alpha and theta, much relaxed, get greater results. And unconscious mind, you can say from 0 to 3 hertz frequency. It's like before sleeping, at night time, usually 3-5 hertz per cycle per second. And sleeping can be 3 to 5 or even 2 to 1. Yeah. Now there's another category. There's the intellect frequency status. All this category will operate at all timing. It's matter of how deliberately or how attentionally, with the clarity of our own conscious thinking pattern, processing the new goals with to get new habits, to get success on time or faster or greater. Yeah. So I can give you tips you can apply immediately, and you can get results, and probably can send email to our solutions. Intellect, logic, mind, okay, logic dimensions, okay, where basic for alertness, safety, and so on. Okay, our young age time, we studied, we use it. All right. Mind means it's like level where it's like a repeated task. Okay? The body become brain to repeat the process. Okay, as a memory. The previous intellect don't have memory, yeah. Okay, unconsciously. Identity or ego, intellect and mind both combined. Like if we do it too long a process, like tidying our a string on shoe, or typing computer without seeing with a super speed. Pure intelligence is where the frequency is required because it's super consciousness. So mind without irrelevant memory. Example, yeah, especially it's good for sales. All departments can use it, and we can list down few like innovating new products, getting lower the customer complaint, getting greater result on customer support. Yeah, it can be admin, architect, project management, all around 360 degree of corporate. Yeah, what I mean is pure intelligence or mind without irrelevant memory. That means, see, we individually have to trust the new goals can be achieved beyond whatever the maximum we have done. Now, this is kind of like enforcement from subconscious mind, which is a habit, which is a cosmic library, or I can say the activity you have done early, the best activity. Okay, it will be comfortable, and the new goals have new activity, it will be not comfortable. So it changed thinking process. Can I achieve it? Can I do it? Or, will I do it the same previous target? For example, yeah, this will be the challenges bridge between the conscious mind and subconscious mind. That means your conscious thinking pattern towards to your new goals and the repeated thinking pattern from the cosmic library, which is your own thinking pattern, which the frequency is like mild. Alpha and theta, between 16 to 8 hertz, for example. Now, can the subconscious mind and unconscious mind create new target? No, it won't. That level of frequency do not have ability to set new goals for you, for your health, for your business, sales, for achievement, staff performance, yeah, all over the thinking pattern. Or conscious mind, the conscious thinking pattern having the attribute to create new goals. That's another safe and beauty part of the existence. So each time you create in a conscious mind, you draw down the entire patterns, blueprint of the project, and you activate the intrinsic part to manage the old unwanted subconscious or unwanted habit-based process. You get super speed of express achievement. This is what we are providing now as a consultancy and coaching and training through SBH's, approved programs. Next slide, please, Zaidi. Yeah, just now I've shared, human can hear and recognize the sound beyond 20 to 20,000 hertz, whereas other scriptures, living being. Example, if you go to seaside, you touch the sand and shout using your normal sound, your voice, calling a dolphin, especially dolphin, can hear 300,000, 30,000 away through the vibration. It reach. Yeah, and it will swim to the offshore. It's happened physically in many places around the world. Yeah. Next, please. Yeah, the light, you only can observe spectrum. Yeah. And there is a light can be seen by other creatures where big range of radiance. That means we do not have space in between us. Yeah, it's energy. The thing is, our conscious thinking brain and process individually, we only recognize a part of existence in the darkness called universe. Next, please. This is like express explorations, especially for habits and new goals based participants in a corporate training. We will mold it based on the pre-training assessments, atom wave, energy, frequency, magnetic field. If we come to now new research results, if you put a brain nearby your brain, a magnet nearby your brain, it changes your thinking patterns. So, important to reduce using your handphones, put it far and so on, sound and light. Yeah. Change impacts of the habits. Yeah. Thank you. Next slide, please. Transfer. So from the universe energy flow, we individually have, manifestation process operate starting beginning of health. Okay. Usually people will talk about starting from thinking pattern and thought, because I'm talking about the root of the thought radiate from the brain. Brain is an organ in human body. It's about hormone regulations. Yeah, it's about health. It's about health, emotion, and thinking pattern. Yeah, the brain function, which create feeling, desire, intention, trust to finish, action, the physical activity beyond the old habits, belief, while you're doing a number of hours and days to get the results. Yeah. Thank you very much. Next slide, please. The correlation between the universal energy, the health towards to emotion will be, when you stimulate, you get response. Yeah. Because of memory, you got. Because emotion, memory, you got emotions. Yeah. If you don't have memory, you won't have emotion. Emotion usually, towards the good result is, greater. If memory related to less performance, then you go to really forget that particular memory. Do not connect your emotions that whether you will perform or not. You go to have a super conscious thinking pattern where trust the new goals with new memory and deleting your old memory if it is not same level of new targets. Otherwise, it will moderate your conscious thinking, your new result through old habits. Yeah. The thought, your feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Next slide, please. Zaidi, we are already how many hours and how many minutes? 1 hour, about 7 minutes. Is it?
We got about 10 more minutes.
All right. Okay. So to manage habits through the proven cycle, simple process, adopted by everyone on earth, is very important, especially for the corporate world. And moreover, after our pandemic time, we have economical, financial changes and differences. Yeah. So how to invite individual into board to for a overall change. We have new goals, vision, mission. We need to create new habits. It takes days, months, or weeks sometimes. Yeah. So whichever I presented, some of the component or methods will be used with physical monitoring, and we will get transformed, in a greater speeds. Yeah. See, new goals means new process. New process means it impacts the habits, and the new process usually will be uncomfortable feelings. Yeah. So to make it comfortable, we got to if we frame the overall lifestyle is good. Otherwise, the specific component or methods to get the current project results or current corporate visions result faster and super speed. Next slide. A few minutes. Yeah. So the checklist is quite good. We will guide. We have the few category experts, psychologists, medical experts. We have the nutrition experts. We have a business process expert. We got technology expert. If you have technology, how to synchronize to get, So we will do the assessment overall to match simplest, fastest training to get a new goals-based results. Next, please. In checklist. Health, sports, friendships, communications, brain exercise. We got 7 to 48-hour brain exercise, yeah, for different departments, to do 1 minute times 7 minutes per day. It will impact tremendously in the corporate world. We have proven result globally. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. We will go to question answer sections. Yeah. I'd like to give tips for you to use the affirmation-based method to super speed reprogramming new habits for your new goals. These are the different timing. Yeah, the subconscious mind will be open to place your new thinking pattern, which will become a seed of new habits. Yeah, which is after wake up, before sleep, each time after take bath. Okay, if you've got opportunity on this part, very sensitive on intimate part. Yeah, before meals, whenever you get mood swing, okay, whenever you travel to new area, you can read your entire new affirmation based on your targets, including corporate. Yeah, when you're walking around in a natural site like seasides and gardens and so on, and in jungles, or with the natural based sound. Next slide, please. Right, we come to question and answer sections. I will be, appreciate. Yeah, 1 or 2 questions related to corporate, yeah, and entrepreneurship. I will share it. We want some techniques to be acquired now. I can present it. You can apply immediately.
Elan, I saw there's a question from Zeping in the chat. Maybe you can open the chat and see.
Chat, yeah. I'm using the chat. Zaidi, is it? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Hey, kindly read it, please. I have a few screen here.
Okay, let me see. Okay, Zeping asks, she remember many things that happened way back 30 years ago. Is this normal?
What her name, please?
Zeping.
Male, Hey, no, female.
Female.
Zepin asked the question. What question, please, Zaidi? Kindly.
The question is, I remember many things that happened way back 30 years ago. Is this normal?
Okay, she need to put comma and complete few more things. Can we get Zepin? Can you come online, or can you please tell each of us? I'll ask certain words to complete, and I can share it. Many things happened 30 years ago. Is that normal? Now, what is the impact? Actually, what do you want? Do you want to ask whether that happening is not within your control, happened to you, or
I think there was a part where you talk about memory or what at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when I put that question there. Okay. I remember many things happen like in my childhood, so it's a mix of positive and also negative experience. So that's why I put a question there: is this normal or not, or abnormal?
Okay, nice question. You're being alert in this section actually, all of you. In other words, okay, can I share it within our few minutes? Then we can meet up in our full program through our ACE solution, yeah, with Ninjas ID. Thank you, Zafin. Okay, you see, upon we preconceive, our parents have their own attitude, right? It has its own cosmic library. It impact also. Yes, we can change it. Conceive period, it impact because water retain memory with a pattern. Human body 70%, is water. Brain is liquid. Now that means then environment. Then when we talk, then when we get scored, then unknowingly through emotion, when someone else talking 10 times outside the our housing area or outside the schools, which is nothing to do with us, all this will impact, and each of it will create seed of the habit, and this will be available in a cosmic library, and individually will be as a subconscious mind, because subconscious mind is data center. Personally and connect to the entire universe big data. All right. What will happen? This subconscious mind process always like as it is like it will on any CD or any experience, it regardless of whether it's good for you, good for the individual or not. All right. And moreover, especially on the same category of the old thinking pattern in the habits experience, especially let's talk about money straight away. Easier to get present in this whole presentation, Now, let's say someone have experience from childhood, when the person in a childhood time, let's say their relationship, nothing to do with the child's communication, they're talking outside the house, in the same house, that money is hard to earn, or client won't pay money. Example, from the contract those done 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Now, this will become habits. And it will manage. If you check back someone having challenges on money, we can track back where they're born, who they are, who the relationship, what contract problem they happened 30 years ago, 40 years ago. In my training, I will assess this beside paper assessment, biometric assessment. I also assess through emotional body language reading. Yes, it will impact today's performance in money. That means it will impact the productivity, competency in a corporate world, because it will get result of the money, right? Eventually. So yes, all this will giving impact. Is it nature or not? We can say, yeah, it is part of existence. Yet, if we are alert, if we have been given such a niche knowledge on these habits, conscious breathings, and overall energy flow of universe, from kids, let's say 8, 9 years old, this must be taught. I have documented this globally in many international conferences, participated by overseas experts of brain and writers. And I've given up, sharing. Please educate kids on this knowledge and essence. Yes, it impacts until you get replaced new habits, new seed with specific efforts. Otherwise, the individual will get same result, similar result of a new project. It can be even totally different project. If there is a slight similarity, it will take the old habits results, whether good or not up to the mark. Yeah, it impact. It's quite nature, and we have option to change 100%. That's another beauty of it. That also nature. Yeah. Yeah. Did I share the answer? The feedback relevant to you, Serpin?
Yes, Elan. Thank you so much.
Yes, Zaidi, can we have one or two, or how is your idea on the flow?
Yeah, if anybody else have any question, you can ask Elan.
Ask even up to the health, entrepreneurship, any specific department, and also corporate specifically. For information here, I'm gifted, born in Malaysia, travel globally, work with, small company to, those are MNCs in Europe and so on. I involve many processes here, so you can ask about processes. Yeah, please.
Sir, can I just ask this question regarding the sleeping pattern? Just now you were mentioning that we have to sleep by 11 o'clock and get up at certain hours and all that because of the working of the biological clock. What happens if those that they work at off hours, like with overseas, like overseas, their morning and our time difference, and we have to stay awake on a certain time that we should be sleeping, taking our rest on that hour. So what will happen to our body if we go out.
Your name, please.
EV. I'm with A Solutions actually.
Okay. You see, army, guard, medical experts, certain activity like tournaments, certain responsible, even corporate, as you said, due to time zone, you have to wake up odd time, 1, 2 o'clock, probably working in Malaysia, right? Yeah, it is a very important thing. You see, all those odd time profession or, individual, they get retired early. They get higher paid. Pilot, including army also, right? All this individual. Now you have option to do specific, simple, fast process, affordable, we can do it, to remanage so-called kidney functionality, 3 functionality, and even brain performance, and to regulate the hormone. There's a process. There's about 8.5 million exercises can be done, each of it 1 minute base. We can guide it. Various purposes. And each individual require most 7 times, 7 minutes per day will do. They will get transformed the entire rejuvenation of health, corporate performance, and greater harmonic community, corporate as well as social. Yeah, can be done.
Okay, what about some people were saying that if our sleep is supposed to be probably 8 hours or something like that, and our time is not like 11 to 8 or something like that, but we pass the time, but we sleep at a certain time, and we take the 8 hours. Like instead of sleeping at night, we sleep in the morning. We take the 8 hours. Does it work in that manner?
Sleeping and overall knowledge which we are exploring today is really subjective. Yet the subjective is within the composition of individual energetic. Let's say they work on that, and biologically, in a hormone level, in a medical level, their health is okay up to the endocrine lines and hormone regulation, and physical exposure health. Then it's okay. Yet they must monitor from every 6 months. If changes happen, then they must go back to the normal natural clock base. And one more thing, 8 hours sleeping is not required. Sleeping, there's a science. I can even give as a complementary today. See, sleeping got to be, with the process of regulating your body heat. You should clear your emotion, arrange your memory, digestion must happen, and your thinking pattern to be within 432. It's all right. The bell sound base. Now, how to do this before sleep? Yes, there is a science. Okay, I can give the tips exactly fully explored. You all can work out with the children and anyone, and you'll get a tremendous result on the second day. The method is like this. At the sleeping bed, you're supposed to sit and sleep, not lie down straight. When you sit and sleep, the 5 things, digestion will take 5 hours, right? Usually after night time, it will be digested within 10 to 15 minutes. Superpower. That's a natural thing happening now. Your emotion will be moderated. Okay, your body heat will back to standard. You're going to sleep, right? And all the 5 processes will be processed within 5 to 10 minutes, and you will get jerked. Once you get regulator on the digestion, body heat, emotion, and thinking pattern, you will get jerked. Like a sleeping mode, because you're sitting right to sleep in a bed. Down yet, all right? When you get jerked 3 times, that means your body is ready to sleep, and you only require 3 hours sleeping. Proper body sleeping science. Then about 11, 12, you can wake up 3 to 4 o'clock. You'll be fully fresh. And one more thing, Abby, let me share. Longer sleeping hour do not contribute body rest. You know why? Calcium will form in every joint. Sweat will happen. And you need to turn, you need a big space if you sleep longer hours. You know that technically a human required bigger, because we will turn around. If you can't turn with a small beds and so on, again, you're creating challenges to the body and brain and mind, including health. There's a sleeping science we will train, according to individual and groups. Simple, powerful impact in the productivity of the world.
So it's all about getting a good sleep. Just 3 hours or 4 hours, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you sleep at 8 hours and you are perfect.
Yeah.
See, now I get it. Because at times, I thought I have 8 hours of sleep, and yet I'm so tired. But when I have only 3-4 hours of sleep, but I'm so energetic. So now I can understand why is this happening. Okay, thanks very much.
One more thing to our groups, corporate groups here, also having children and so on. Yeah, see, sleeping is like yeah, after food, daytime you can take a nap a few minutes. At night time, shouldn't at all. You must wait for 1 hour plus. Thank you very much. So the 5 things need to be regulated before sleeping, and we must guide all of us in Malaysia and overall worldwide the science, by research, ancient knowledge, and modern world, that the individual need to be sit and sleep for 10 to 15 minutes. Then, when you get towards sleep, then you lie down. Very nice. Okay, to extend, depend on participant, respect their timing. We have done full swing. Thank you very much. If you have questions, yes, we can take it.
Okay, guys, do you have any more question for Elan?
On the modules, yeah, we got a good result. We created, in fact, 5 best students in Singapore with the Ministry Awards. Yeah, for information, we created best record in MPC, Malaysia Corporations, MITI, Matrix training, about 200 training directors and so on. We have done a great result in NIOSH, Bangi, and we got training within a month in Johor. So these are the impact we are creating, practically, when you get corporate results, your personal impacts are automated in our trainings, within the same 2 days, simple, tiny 1 minute changes, tiny activities changes. Yeah, these are the things we do for, engineers from, Google, like, foreign countries, and personally they will come and so on. Yeah, entrepreneurs, CEOs. From kids, we got different modules. Yeah, universities. Corporate, we have specialized module. Very nice. I'm really, looking forward to share it, and we can be the top performance country in the world. I'm using same, trainings for my engineers. I'm a technologist. We have 300 over engineers in Malaysia and in India, part of it. Now we are venturing millions worth of drone technology. First kind of, fully designed, research, and developed in Malaysia. We are venturing it. We got a good response from country government, our governments and other agencies. So these are things we personally in our group of companies, my team, myself, I'm using it. I'm improving myself as well. Yeah, personally, we all have space to get greater performance. Q&A sections, please, or I leave it to Zaidi.
Okay, guys, since if there's no more question, then maybe we can end our session for today. Before that, on behalf of ACE, I would like to thank everyone for joining this session, and also to thank Elan for the wonderful sharing today. So I hope we will all meet again in our next session. So that's all for today, and thank you guys. Have a good day.
Very much, Zaidi. Thank you, S and the team and board of directors. Thank you, all you guys with timing came in to participate, get shared. Thank you for the question answers and say hi, all these notifications through audio and chat. We will provide even a week support through Zaidi. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Elan.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day too.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zaidi.
Okay, thank you, Elan. See you again. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Mr. Elan, I will have some word with you before you go, yeah?
I'm available, for until lunch hours, So we can chat now. We can talk now, Ivy. this is my passionate, on my research, work with international, medical experts around the world, like Dr. Rahuls in USA, for example, and he have his own research in Malaysia, USM universities. Now we are going to work with UITM. We have performed certain trainings here on HR training and so on, graduate employability. These are things, availability in Malaysia, we are great. Bersyukur in Malaysia, we call it, Pas Malaysia, they're gifted everywhere, and especially in Malaysia, we still, still, rather than we say the word still, we always have the best, among the best in the world, in Malaysia. Yeah, please.
So actually,
one more thing, Evie, another unique thing of
how do we cooperate?
We have the top 10 fruits in the world for the nutrition in Malaysia, itself, all the top 10, 1 until 10, Yeah, your question, please, Evie.
I was saying, how do we incorporate this type of training with the corporate companies? What would be the relevant course title that?
The course title I branded and registered as well as approved under the name of The 7 Secret Rhythm. Yet, since it's like a master training based on certain familiar corporate training titles and relevant to the specific department who are inquiring, we can change the case study and flow, okay, and the techniques will be changed in a mild manner because there is a few thousand techniques, each of it 1 minute base. Mostly they require 7 of it, a set, and also the process of it. Yeah, and in the training, Evie, we will customize advice. They will take note in a workbook here of their general non-clinical health and emotion requirements. So overall, you can name it the 7 Secret Rhythm or other specific good familiar corporate workshop title or title name, The company does with the name of leadership, CEOs, United Nations appointed 7-day training. They name it for president of the country. They put different title. 7 days, very long. Of course, they learn a lot of techniques and country progress purpose. Yeah, so you can choose every.
So this will be something like a wholesome training, is it? That means it will involve spiritually, mentally, physically, and that kind of training.
Actually, we will highlight within few seconds only because it's a very personalized, right? Got multi-race, multi-religious, we got participants around the world. So that title, we will just highlight it and we will move on to all our, business process, the new target, which departments, and then the new target have what impact for the individuals. We will all do workbook based, individually in the workshop, fully all done in workshops, 2 days, or you can apply 3 days. Yeah, no things like you will do it later. Because mine, I work on result every, myself, my brand, I'm like, creating result because I'm like having special fee. Sarawak Energy Berhad paid 36,000 2 days program, for example. MAPS paid 10K per day, all very specially invited, ingenious purpose. So even though a standard 6,000 or 5,000 base claim for HRDF or public workshop, we also can organize with certain affordable fee, yet result is important. So we work on coaching, briefing, simple things, scientific things, and then workbook, get things sorted, and get practice on the same day and second day. Yeah, it's very customized, simple, very simple.
So our sorry, I have to off my camera because my line is dropping when I on the camera. So I need to understand your part also because I'm doing marketing on this area, central and southern. Sorry for taking time. Sorry, Zaidi, I take some time to understand a bit, Zaidi.
Can.
Okay. Concerning.
Boleh record separate boleh tak benda ni?
Oh, yeah lah. I better stop recording.